you understand there's a lot of people like, why are you so judgmental, right? And now that there's data that actually shows why men should be judgmental, then it's problematic.
You know what else you can tell?
I do have a question for you. You mentioned that, so we had a discussion before, like you're not into threesomes, you don't like girls or whatever, but you said you did have a threesome after you broke up with your boyfriend?
I've had threesomes before, but the last threesome I had was years ago.
Okay, so I think what a lot of guys would want to know is what causes a woman who doesn't like to have threesomes to all of a sudden have a threesome?
I guess, I mean, you don't knock it till you try it. I didn't know, I wasn't into it. I tried it once, didn't really like it. I thought it was maybe the situation and the people that were involved, so I tried it a couple more times, and I was just like, this just isn't for me.
With different people?
We talking 2 girls or 2 guys?
2 girls. I was talking to some guy. We were talking to the point where it was so casual. I mean, he let me know that the friend I had, he thought was attractive.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what I mean? And so I brought her back and we had a threesome and it was terrible. And
why was it terrible?
Nothing got accomplished.
Nothing got accomplished.
So in my mind, I was like, this was bad, but maybe it was bad because he didn't know what he was doing.
Okay.
And it was inexperienced or something, you know what I mean? So, and we were all drunk, you know? So I was like, maybe I need to try this again under different circumstances. And then it was bad again, same thing. The guys just tend to freeze up and fail at their job.
I'm confused.
The girls,
Not me.
I have no idea which one.
I had a sick one the other day.
No, I'm like Steve Nash with the assists, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
I've heard this.
I'm the 3-pointer right at the buzzer. Like there's no failure.
I've heard this from
Steph Curry with the shot.
Steph Curry, bro. Like I was like in the clutch. There's absolutely no stopping me.
No, and like that's probably why you guys can't relate, because usually if the threesome goes bad, it's always at the guy's fault, because like
yeah, sure, I can see that.
I can see that.
A lot of the girls that I had the threesomes with, I'm like, I don't know if this just isn't my thing or this is, and they're like, no, I've had a lot of threesomes. Like this dude sucks. Like
you need a director. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then I don't know.
Like when you can do it and order Taco Bell at the same time, then one person takes a break and then eats the Taco Bell and then jumps back in.
Like we have that video from my birthday a few years ago. Remember Catfish was the water boy for the orgy?
I do remember that.
Spot on.
Yeah,
you understand. Sex with my girlfriend is important because she is the most important woman in my life. A threesome is a sports game.
Like
it's me. It's 5-on-5 basketball.
There's too many buttons to push. Like I don't know which one to do, and like, or they would just like be like, okay, there's 2 of them and 1 of me. I'm just gonna like lay here, and like it was just like
you just pick one at a time. That's generally
and like I said, and these were all guys that I'm trying to think. I think every time I had a threesome, it was with my guy, like, or the guy that I never was dating.
So you were never a unicorn, is what you're saying?
No. I was always the one where the guy like wanted it, was too afraid to task, like whatever. And I've always had hella hot friends my whole life.
And you were always drunk?
No.
You've done it sober?
Yeah.
And that was worse or better?
The same.
The same.
Like I said, I've always had really hot friends, and if I was just casually talking to a guy or hooking up with a guy and it was nothing serious, they'd always expect me like, damn, your friends are hot. Like, oh, damn, this. And I'm like, this one? Got her. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to date you. Like, whatever. Like, let's just have fun then. And I was, I'll do anything. So
you have any advice for your friend here?
I don't know.
It's again, it was the guys.
No, sometimes, so generally, what your experience, there's a couple of pieces that you're missing when I hear girls have a good experience with this. Like being outrageously attracted to a woman is the first part. So you saying that your friend is hot for the guy, the girl should be hot for you. Like the number.
But that's the thing is I'm not attracted to women.
There you go. So that's why I'm saying there's probably no way to fix this.
So yeah, it's like not only were the men terrible performers. That makes it really hard, actually. No, not only were the men not terrible performers. Like I personally would never. I have zero interest in. I don't get drunk and make out with girls. I don't care to kiss a girl. I'm not attracted to women. I have sexually no attraction to women whatsoever. Yeah. Like I'm not enjoying that. Yeah. If I do it, it's just because the guy wants it. And again, if I'm monogamous, I'm into monogamy 100%. So if I actually really like the guy, I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? So I gave up on that years ago.
The very first qualifier for us to have a threesome is not her physical attractiveness, it is how obsessed she is with my girlfriend. She has to be obsessed with my girlfriend. If she is, then it's cool. If she's not, then it's just not going to be fun. Because then we could I don't need, what I'm saying is my intercourse needs no obsession. Mm-hmm. But Kylie's does. So that's the reason why it's different.
You know what can go you know how that can go wrong sometimes?
How?
When the unicorn is so obsessed with your partner that while you guys are in the act, that the unicorn is scared to offend your partner by showing you too much affection. So then get left out in the cold.
That's definitely happened, yeah. But then she has to get permission from the primary. That's definitely happened.
Which could be a complicated thing, because for me, my best group sex scenarios are when there's just an easy flow of energy from person to person to person, like fluid, like just like this. So when I have to keep stopping for someone to be like, is it okay if I do this? Is it okay? Da, 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 it's like you're really jacking up the flow right now.
Yeah, don't do it anymore. That's so good. We're just checking.
Gave that up years ago.
Yeah,
so.
cool. You were at a concert and you had sex with your boyfriend and he was there, and you were on stage or something like that?
Yeah.
Is this bad? Okay, we don't have to talk about this.
No.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want to know?
Like you said, you really like public sex.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a lot of things. It's a very common thing.
I don't know. I honestly don't even know how that started or like where it escalated or at what point. I think shout out to OnlyFans. I think it just gave us an excuse to try to make new content. Like, what haven't we done?
So that's the reason why, just for OnlyFans.
No. Like, I genuinely like that. Like, but I think that caused me to like embrace it more and give me a reason to try to be like, where all can we do it? You know what I mean? And just always looking for a place no matter where we are. And then like it got to a point where that just like carried on, like even not onto OnlyFans. It was like we'd be somewhere and be like, you know what I mean? Like, and like I do like that. I do enjoy that, but I don't think I would have like discovered or embraced it as much if it wasn't for OnlyFans.
Claudia Rose made this funny TikTok one time. She goes, you know when it's true love? And I'm like, what Claudia? He goes, when a guy wants to have sex with you off camera. That's when you know it's true love. Oh, God, I love her. Oh, I'm going to send her this. I miss her so much. She's such a funny girl. Yeah, she's hilarious. In a marriage, and women who don't cheat in a marriage, if they did a study on previous sexual partners before they got married, what do you think the difference in previous sexual partners would be, if you were going to guess? Do you think there'd be any difference? A lot of women will tell you there would be no difference, and whoever they have sex with before they married should have no...
I don't know what it would be, but I theoretically think that the women with less sexual partners
are
would
more
probably
likely to cheat.
Yeah, are more likely to cheat.
What do you think?
I was thinking the same, but I think that there's going to be such...
Because every time you see like a girl go through a divorce, she got married real young because she didn't have many boyfriends before.
But her cheating.
And then,
her cheating. Not her divorce, her cheating. And by the way, he may... Yeah, like
they haven't gone through their hope phase yet. That's what their problem is.
I think that's what I was thinking as well. I think in real life, what's going to happen is going to be a pretty even split of girls who were hoes before they got married and girls who weren't before they got married.
Yeah, so it's not. So what happened was about 30% of the 7,000 women surveyed. This was a 2021 GSS survey. 30% of them said that they had cheated at least one time in a relationship. Of the women who cheated, they had on average 8.9 sexual partners. Of the women who did not cheat, it was like 3.3 or 3.4. It was 230% more sexual partners for women who cheat versus women who don't. Is that it?
No,
they're all lying. All 7,000 were lying.
I mean, no, because I could see the reasoning behind that as well, like the obvious ones, but I don't really know. I don't know.
Okay, now let's go back to your situation. I inherently know that men behave like that's true, but most men who behave jealous or like don't want their girlfriend to sleep with a bunch of people, they don't look at GSS surveys, right?
You know how funny that is? Yeah. Like, call me weird, but I prefer a girlfriend who hasn't slept with everybody.
Thank you. Okay, so you understand. Yeah, but the thing is, like...
You know what else you can tell the people that are busting your chops for not preferring women that sleep around a lot? Shut up.
Yeah.
What are you talking?
Well, I think it's not my preference. I think it's the fact that I have a platform where I talk about intersexual dynamics to millions of people. I think that's what they have.
I can say it on your behalf.
Yeah.
They can suck both our and they can just take their opinion and keep it on their side.
The problem is their body count would go up, according to the CDC, by 2, and then that's going to be a problem for them. We don't want their body counts to go up.
First of all, you're allowed to prefer any type of person you want. For sure. Same with me, same with everybody, right? Yeah. And nobody can tell me what I prefer is wrong, because I prefer what I prefer, like they prefer what they prefer. And I prefer a girlfriend who hasn't slept with everybody.